Okay, we're back from trade 2 and leading into trade 3. Those of you who watched our last video, we got out here and took our profit for a few hundred and decided not to take the chop, but the more advanced probably could have had some type of a trailing stop to take them through and make a pretty good profit. We didn't do this, but even so, we played it safe. We took our little money here. That's good. But look at the chop. I just want to point that out. Here, this was a long. It said to sell. Fine, we sold. Okay. The very next week was another turn. It did. It went back up. And then the very next week here, it was another turn. It did. It went back down. Skipped a week, went down again, and that's where we're at now before this turn. So it's still, you could have done it, but that's some choppy trading. The best thing would have maybe been to take it and hung on with a second order until you saw what happened. Okay, so we made our little profit here. We waited a few weeks on now 1 week before. Let me zoom in a little. I'm going to lose my date on this one, but 1 week before our last trade in the chop, our last event in the chop would be, our last event is 12/2/2011. 1 week before that was a long bar down, which is November 25th. And our rules, just like we did here, one long bar up before an event. Before that event even happens, on the end of this week, we would have sold and it would have took us down. We had that profit. We're going to do the same thing here. 1 week before the event of 12/2, we're going to buy this time. That's why we have the green. We're going to enter a buy on this Friday afternoon once we see that that week was a long bar down before an event week. Okay, so we're going to buy two options because look at the length. We have nothing going on here. So hopefully we can close one up here. It doesn't mean that we're going to go all the way up to this one, the second one, but hopefully we're going to get something here on one trade and let the other one ride until whatever happens. Okay, it may just stay flat, who knows, but it's not going to turn on us and do a lot of choppiness because it's not showing that. Our event's saying, hey, we're going to pretty much stay in the general direction until January 27th of 2012. So it just may be a very slow rise or it could be a fast one. But anyhow, that's what it's telling us to do. So let's run over here. January 27th, a week before the 27th would be the 20th. We have one here that says the 21st of January. So we're going to open that up and we are going to buy two calls right in the money. So we'll click that. January 21st. So it's going to be the week before our event. Now we can always exit before then, but we need to at least be able to ride that out in case it moves even higher. So let's go ahead and see what happens. We're going to inch this on week by week and see what we are going to have here. Let's come over here, pull this back up a little. You can see. Okay. So that next week, even when we came here, if it was running strong and we happened to blow through this one, there's no reason to exit. It did stop at the second one here, which we didn't highlight. But that's, I would wait. If you didn't take it off here and the Friday was running strong, I would wait until Friday afternoon to close this one out. So if you did, then that first one, let's see what we would have had if we closed it out the end of the next week here. So let's take this one to 12/2. And this is showing us daily what would happen. Of course, this is on two positions. We're already up pretty good. Oop, went by. That's 12.2. It would have been 890. We don't want to close both. I mean, you could take 1,000 and be done until the end. But I would recommend just taking that one. It would be half of that. So what's that? 445. So we're going to put that in our pocket. So that's 445 that we would have had at the end of that first week. Now we're going to leave the second one open. You can pull your stop down maybe below this. I would like to go below the next support as we're going up. So we're here. We have a little support there possibly, but the best one will probably be down here. So just keep it wide girth. You got some good profit going. Let's keep it going. All right. So we're going to leave that second one open, and let's follow through on this and see. We want to stop the week before. So we won't even really make it to Friday because our expiration is probably that Thursday. So hopefully we're going to close out maybe like, third Wednesday of that week or something. It won't show on this weekly, but let's see what happens. Let's go here first. Slightly up. If we touch the green bar, we can get out maybe because we're probably going to bounce around that. There's some good resistance. Back down. Okay, turn around, back up. Pretty decent amount. Let's follow that. Let's go to December 23rd with our one position. Is that right before Christmas? 23rd. Our one position is now $602. December 23rd. That's not bad with the 4 we already made. We're up to $1,000 with putting in. Actually, so we've doubled our money if we stop now. Okay, because we put like about almost $1,000 in it. That's what it costs for 2 of those, $497. So, but let's stick with it. Came back down, almost touched. That's pretty close. Let's see, do we have one more week? On this week here, if we closed out before Thursday, we probably can pull that off. If we stop now, 13th of January, let's go and see what it looks like. $737. So we're at good profit. We're going to go ahead and see if we can touch this the week before, and we'll get out either that Friday or during that week if we get a little better. Oh great. So we definitely would have been out in here. Okay, because it looks like Friday closed even above it. So let's go to where we see the problem. Let's not go all the way to Friday, because if we did this, we'd have to get out on Wednesday. Friday's the 20th. So let's look at the 18th and see where we would have been at. 847. So that's it. So our second one was 847. And our first one netted us 445. So we do both of those. I know you have probably some math whiz out there. 847. So we got about 1292. So about 1300 on that run over that time period. So that's not bad at all. Okay, and that's going to set us up for the fourth trade, which is coming up the next week. I can tell you one thing. We are kind of overbought, and we had this coming. So that's interesting, but we are above a major line here. That was major resistance. We broke through it. It's a strong bar. So let's see on the next setup. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.